you with a plan and he needs your services because it's helping whatever he's promoting. So it's an eye for an eye, handshake for a handshake.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. International Blast, man, Real Spirit TV, Real Spirit Radio, RealSpirit.com. Holla at your boy. What up? It's been a while, it's been a while, it's been a while. What are we talking about today? Let's talk about it. See, because last time I was here, we were talking about how easy it is to pull a wool over a person's eyes. Didn't believe anything. However, how much you believe depends on how much you see actually going on. How much you believe goes along with how much you actually see going on. That's the whole thing, really. How much are you really paying attention to what you see? Per se, right? I'm watching a movie. In this movie in particular, right? Let's go with something like this, right? Gods of Egypt. They show you a depiction of people that doesn't coincide with the region, and then expect you to believe that this story is true. They show you this story. But the picture they drew up, the depiction does not fit the region. And you drill this false picture into people's head in order to make oneself seem greater than oneself really is. Just like I learned about those movies with the Holy Christian Church, the Catholic Archdiocese. The one thing I've been paying attention to and learning about those movies is the fact that the attack on the church by evil is not actually showing you a fight. What it's actually showing you is evil exposing the archdiocese to be the Antichrist that they are. That's what that movie shows you. Anything pertaining to like exorcism or attacks on the church by evil, anything like that. That's really a depiction of evil exposing the archdiocese for being the Antichrist itself. That's what it's showing us. It shows you that that Catholic Church is the unholiest sanctuary there is in religion. I mean, humor me a bit, right? And just for 1 second, take notice to it for yourself, and you tell me what you see. And let's go from there. You tell me what you see, and we take it from there. Because it's weird that they tell you can't drive them out. They may leave, and most often than not, what you notice is that they kill the host and just leave because they'll be back, because they know you can't get rid of them because you're not of God. They always say that you don't know God. They always say that. So it's like, how much are you paying attention to the entertainment part of these movies and what's really trying to be presented or told to you here? Because remember, they always said Satan was the great deceiver. So he'll give you a truth and distort it a bit to make it seem like it's a lie. When in all reality, the truth is they're exposing the unholy part of the Vatican or the Archdiocese. How much are we really paying attention? Is the question. How much are we paying attention to entertainment itself? How much? But we're going to really get into that. We're going to really get into that. Entertainment and what that entails. We're going to really, really get into that. Then we're going to talk a little bit about music and how bad some people in that industry destroy the sounds of good music with their BS. Because some people don't choose to give up their morals for fictitious dollar signs. We don't get good music. We get half A music because we got these talentless people running around able to get these music deals because of what they're willing to do. And now we're stuck listening to creative garbage because of it. If we, the people, don't start putting those elected officials to task, like one thing I'm trying to understand, right, is what's the reason for this big push to get melanated people to vote in these elections into a government that really does not have our best interests at heart? Why would we continue to vote in an electoral system built that way? Why would we do that? When are we going to start looking at what do we create for the Aboriginal men and women who truly are the purveyors of this land? We got to stop looking to be accepted into a society that cares less about us than we almost do for ourselves, because we keep pushing ourselves to be a part of a system that hates us, despises us. At some point, we're going to have to change that way of thinking and stop wanting to be a part of something that doesn't want us a part of, when we need to be creating our own, for our own, to protect our own, to love our own, cherish our own. When do we start to do that? When do we really seriously start to sit down and think about self-sufficiency, self-supportiveness, self-reliance? For we, the Aboriginal, need you. We, the indigenous folks of this land. When we begin to start looking back at our history and knowing who we are. Stop going for this pretense of being African American, because we're not African American, we're fully Aboriginal American. See, Marie, Asura, whatever name they choose to call it, Atlantis. We are the true Atlanteans. When we begin to recognize and take back our identity and who we are, we'll begin to grow again, once again as a people, because we need to reform and reconstruct our own confederacy. Our own everything. Because they're never going to include us in something that they always chose to take from us. They are the true identity thieves. They've written themselves into melanated history across the globe and then stole it. We are the true builders of everything in and outside of this world. The world was melanated completely. Think about it, why they only show up about 12,000 years in the history. That Gregorian calendar means less than nothing because it only tells you about a certain part of time in history. Don't go no further than that. And that's them trying to dominate the history and tell you that was where it all. No, it began long before that. That's why the further they dig, the darker it gets. You can't find nothing Caucasian before that. History tells you that. Check the books. Check the writings. You'll see it. They don't show up until Noah showed up. The first person born with melanoma. Because the dream about the spotted cows, but you have to read the book of Enoch to see that story of the spotted cow that was seen by the prophet Enoch. But you got to do your research. If you want to know those things, you got to do the research. I can only tell you so much. But if you want everything, go get it. It's there. A great place to start, where we all start from, is that Bible, that Bible. That's right. It's a great place to start. Great place to start. But everything in between, you got to get that true history. What was written in different places, because it's not just in the Bible. It's documented in a whole lot of other places. Some places they tell you it's fictional. You get the history. Because there's a whole lot of truth based around fiction. They had to get the story from somewhere. So the thing is to like really start paying attention to all that's going on in and around you. But like I said, we're gonna get more into that entertainment thing, because how they hold the mind captive and interpret stories for you is just that, stories. So stop letting them interpret the stories for you and start picking up those things and looking at it and considering for yourself what's fact and what's fiction. Consider for yourself. You don't have to take nobody else's word for it. You take your own word for it and see what you come up with. International Glass, man. Real Spitters TV, Real Spitters Radio, RealSpitters.com. It's always a pleasure to kick it. Let's kick it. Let's talk. Button on your way in. Smash that like button on your way in. Comment. Let's get into a conversation about certain things. Let's talk about the history of the world. Let's talk about the beginning. Let's talk about what's going on in between. Let's talk about it. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Comment. Talk to me. Let me know what you think, because there's a whole lot to talk about. And we need to talk about what we're going to do as far as the melanated nation. Where we go from here? Or do we just continue to fade into the background? Because you're going to understand, for the reason of bringing all these minorities in, why they're going and getting all these foreigners and bringing them over here. Because they know the Neezy's getting tired of the nonsense. So when do we come together, Neji family? When do we come together, Neji family? For us. Because nobody else is thinking about us. It's about us. Smash that like button on your way. Comment. Let's talk. Let's conversate. Peace.
was